Hello and welcome to our first video of the year, 1-1. Today we're going to be talking about place value through the millions. Our goal today is that you would be able to determine how the position of a digit in a number relates to its value. And I just really liked this visual here, how it talks about their little houses. So you can see we've got a little house right here. That's kind of the units. So ones, tens, hundreds. Then we go to the next little house here, which is all thousands. So we have the regular thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. And lastly, we have our house over here, which is millions, 10 millions, 100 millions. I mean, there's such a pattern here when you really look at how our number system, our base 10 system, is put together. And just having this number sense really will help you out this year and in your upcoming math adventures. Another thing I wanted to point out is the decimals beach huts. So we have the tenths place, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths, 100,000. So you can see going the opposite way, because these numbers are really small, you guys. When we go to the left of the decimal, the numbers are larger. They get larger the farther away. And when you go to the right of the decimal, then the numbers just keep getting smaller. The values of those numbers are getting smaller. All right, let's get started. So the first one we're going to look at is if we have the number. So if I were to say this number, I would say 92 million. I kind of like looking at the commas as the first, this one is going to say million, this one's going to say thousand. Okay, so 92,955,793 is the number we have. So if we were going to look at these digits as values, okay, so I would say 9 times 10 million, because it's in the 10 millionths place, is 90 million. Okay, and then 2 times 1 million would be 2 million. 9 times 100,000 would be 900,000. 5 times 10,000 would be 50,000. 5 times 1,000 would be 5,000. 7 times 100 would be 700. 9 times 10 would be 90. And 3 times 1 is 3. Okay, so if we kind of look at this, how each value, if I were to add all of these values that we just wrote down, if I were to add them all up, then I would get 92,955,793. So I just kind of wanted you to look at this and breaking down the numbers to really see what each digit is worth. Let's go to the next example. All right, so I really wanted to talk about vocabulary this year, and if you've had me in previous years, you know that vocabulary is very important to me, and I really want to make sure that you're writing down each vocabulary word into your notebook. So first off, we have standard form. It's the usual or common way to write a number using digits. Okay, so that was like our 92,300,000, I don't remember what it was, 355,728. Okay, that is standard form. So if you're ever asked to write a number in standard form, you better know what standard form is. Just kind of gives away in the name, the standard way of doing things. Okay, so then we have expanded form. It's writing a number as the sum of the value of its digits. Now, sum means adding. Okay, so for example, if I were going to take my standard number here, now, this is going to be a long one to write, okay? So we are going to add them all together, kind of what we did on the last page, and then add them all together. So here we go. 90 million plus 2 million, lots of zeros here at the beginning, plus 300,000 plus 50,000 plus 5,000. So I'm just going to kind of come over here. I'm not really doing anything different. I just ran out of room in my line. On your notebook, you'd have more space. Otherwise, you could do exactly what I'm doing. Plus 700, plus 20, plus 8. All right, so we need to make sure we're getting these definitions in your notebook and the examples of what do they look like. So standard form's usual old form, and expanded form is taking the value of its digit and adding them together, or finding the sum of the value of its digit. All right, let's go to the next slide here. Okay, so we're going to write the value of the highlighted digit. So for this example, the 7 is highlighted, so 7 is really worth 700,000. Okay, this 5 right here is really worth 50 million. Okay, the 2 is worth 20,000. And the 8, that one is worth 800 million. Okay, let's go to the next slide here. Okay, so here's some more practice. We're going to write the number in word form and expanded form. So here we go. All right, so this number, which starts here, first we have 39, and that comma is worth million. And then we have 500. $61. Oh, this didn't take a long time. 61,000. And then we have 790. Okay, well, that's a doozy of one. So you can see I looked at this number here and it's 39. This one I looked at, it's 561. This is 760. So I kind of chunk it up in those different houses like we talked about earlier. And then I just have to remember, is this the thousands house? Is this the millions house? Is this the units house? Okay, so now we have to write an expanded form. So an example of expanded form, again, is adding it in sums. So first I have 30 million plus 9 million plus 500,000 plus 60,000 plus 1,000 plus 700 plus 90. Boom, done. Okay, so we answered that question there. Now we're going to practice writing the number in standard form. Okay, so here I have 500,000 plus 40,000 plus 6,000 plus 800 plus 70 plus 6. So our number should be 546,876. So let's kind of go from expanded form to standard form. And that is it for today's video. Please make sure you write down any questions. If there's something confusing that I said, just write it down, because then you bring your notebook back here tomorrow and then you can let me know. Thanks for watching.